Well, welcome back into another one. I heard it said that sometimes in life you end up having to sacrifice what you want now in order to have what you want most. And that's pretty applicable right now. So, talk to you all about it coming up on Ryan with Kev.
You don't have dreams without test. You understand? And everything you're going through is God preparing you for what you asked for. So when you get tested, it's actually God preparing you for what you asked for. You got to have hardships, setbacks, missteps. See, the only way to learn how to get up, you got to fall. Only way to learn how to get over, you got to be under. The only way to learn how to win, you got to lose. Only way to appreciate the laughter, you got to be crying. You would not appreciate the sunshine if it didn't rain. You would not love the morning sunlight if it never got dark. It is designed that way in life, man. So you need everything that happens to you to happen in the exact order.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. To the new subscribers, y'all welcome in. Usual suspects, welcome back. Hey, it's been a minute, and that's for a good reason. So we have a lot to get into in this video, a lot to talk about, a lot that I'm excited to share with you guys that I think will be some useful information for some people and a good laugh for others. But hey, that's what I'm here for, right? So we finished our first month as an owner operator. I ran for the entire month of August, minus 3 days that I was home. Now, ran is obviously a subjective term because, I sat in Missoula, deadheaded home from Denver, but the truck was operating for the month of August. And as an owner operator with 1 month of whole month of authority, we did $23,850 on 8 loads. So it was not great. It wasn't bad. It just kind of was what it was. After, again, I'm not going to do a breakdown per se. I will tell you very quickly. After the $8,600 in fuel, after the $2,300 in fixed expenses plus some tolls, our take home was right around $12,000 for our first month.
Those are rookie numbers in this racket,
which in the scheme of things is not bad. I said I would call it a success when you can make money. We have been home for a couple weeks, and I'll explain that to you here shortly. But overall experiences, 1 month, I'm gonna tell you, it was rough. Not rough in a negative standpoint, not rough in a I'm defeated standpoint, but it was rough because, here's the nut for flatbed. Here's the flatbed loads. And then here's my little piece right here of what I can actually haul, either because of weight or because of brokers or because of location or rate. We'll throw rate in there as well. So it wasn't easy, nor did I think it was going to be easy. But I'm very glad to be self-dispatched because I was able to pick out and I was able to run the loads I wanted to. But man, was it rough. You talk about stress, it's very stressful. And it wasn't stressful from a financial standpoint. It's just from I wanted to be able to run. And I'm, like I said before, I'm reaching out to these brokers and getting told, talk to us when you got 6 months, talk to us when you got 9 months for some really good loads. Now, I didn't work with any bad brokers. I didn't have any bad broker experiences to share with you. But I came home and I told my wife, and I said, something's got to give. Now, and the reason I titled it what I did, and in basketball, well, before I get into that, I just hope that people take a second to take this video for what it is. Because some people, I just know you guys, you're long-term supporters, you're just going to get it. Some people are not going to get it. Some people are going to have very mixed emotions. And that almost why it took me so long to make this video. Like I said, I've been home for about 3 weeks. But you know what? I said, to heck with it. Let's just make the video. So I came home and I spoke to my wife, and we said, from a business standpoint, I was already going to be home for a week. I'd already planned to be home. I got home on Saturday because I was 3 hours from the house, but ran out of hours. And said, you know what? I'm going to be home for a week regardless. And so we got to talking and we started looking, and I started doing a whole lot more research and said, I think I'm going to sell my trailer. I got it good when I bought it. So I wasn't worried about losing any money. It did have a tire that had gone bad that needed to be replaced, but threw it up on Facebook and said, you know what? I'm not going to hold up my progress. I'm going to go out on Monday if it's not sold, but let's just see what the market is. Let's see if I'm on the right path here, or what I'm thinking. So I put it on Facebook for $45,000 and got 50 is this availables, got offered $36,000 twice, which I said no thank you. And then I said on Thursday, I got a message from a guy in Illinois. I have no idea how he found my Dallas, Texas Facebook post, but he said, "Hey, I think I want to buy the trailer. Send me a video. Tell me everything about it." So told him everything about it. Sent him the video. He said, "I'll take it, but I got to drive from Illinois." He went to Chicago, somewhere else in Illinois. He said, "Can you hook me up on the price?" Now I'm reading the books. I'm doing what everybody says about you don't meet in the middle. But I said, you know what? You're gonna drive. You're gonna buy it. I'll cut $1,000 off of it for fuel. This will come back in the story, by the way. And so that was on Thursday. On Friday, he sent me a picture of the check. I had his DOT. I had everything about him. Legitimate business, legitimate bank. Called the bank, verified. He shows up in a brand new $350,000 Peterbilt, the one with the shower and the bed and the kitchen, just top notch. I'm like, yeah, I think he's good for the money. And he did. And he bought it Sunday. He was gone. So now I'm sitting here Monday, a week ago. Today's Tuesday. Saying what? Well, I'm going to Prime and we're going to buy a reefer trailer and we're going to rock and roll. Called Prime, said, hey, you got 7 trailers listed on your website. I'd like information on these 2. And they said, yeah, we don't have any trailers for sale. They're all sold.
You just got jammed.
We'll have something in a week or 2. It's like, well, that ain't was in the plan. I just assumed we would just go buy a trailer. So I spent some time on the old interwebs and found a trailer, as you saw from the community post, that was in Florida. It's a company called Heil, Heyl. You've seen their ads on Facebook. You've seen their black trucks. You know who they are. They had one in Edinburgh, Texas. He goes, yeah, that one's sold. He said, we got this one. Again, full transparency. I'm trying to be honest with you guys. He said, we want 15 grand for it. We bought these trailers to sit on a customer's yard. Basically, the company we bought them from, K&B Transportation, you've probably heard of them as well. He said they did full maintenance, new tires, new brakes, once over, full service, and then we parked on a customer's yard for the last 14 months, and now we just need them gone. We got 2 left. He said, but it is in Zephyrhills, Florida. I said, well, I'm in Dallas, Texas. I said, you know what? They sent me the pictures. We talked about it. The trailer is in immaculate shape. We'll do a closer walk around. It looks like a reefer trailer. Can't stand the white wheels. But he said, we just want to get rid of it. We want 15 grand. I said, well, I have to drive from Dallas and it's 2 days. He said, we'll do 14 grand if it'll help you out. Karma's kind of a thing. I say because of God, but we'll go with karma to keep the community happy. But so that's what we did. We drove last Thursday. We got to Zephyrhills on Friday. We drove 770 miles on Saturday.
Damn!
And then we got home on Sunday. So we are this week, the paperwork, the title and all that. They sent me the copies. All the hard copies will be here today. We will get it registered and inspected tomorrow. And then we'll be running next Monday. I got to run down and take care of some more things local. But I have decided to make the switch for the winter because now instead of having this loads and this availability, now there's these loads. And now I can do this because we hit 90 days on Saturday. So I am now finally in compliance with JB Hunt. I've got a couple other brokers that I've talked about that actually have reefer business that did not have step deck business. So that is the change that has been made. But, like I said, the whole purpose of the title is like in basketball, right? You got this plan, you're rolling, you get to midcourt, you go to shoot, and the guy jumps and puts his hand in your face, right? So what do? You have to pivot. You don't just quit the game. You don't just go home, oh, here's the ball, you win, you stopped me. You pivot and you make the change of plans. And so for those of you who did the math, sold the trailer for 44, bought the trailer for 14. My maintenance account is now fully funded. And we are well on our way with our down payment for our second truck. But what we're going to do is we're going to run through the winter with the reefer. I actually, believe it or not, my schedule is set from now to the end of the year. I already know when I'm running. That's why I said I want freedom. And being in my other trailer right, being in this trailer right, doing my research, I have the freedom that I want here. I had to make a pivot from flatbed to reefer. Now, I didn't sell any of my securement gear. I didn't sell my toolbox. They're in storage. All we need is a new truck and new trailer, and we'll have 2 trucks and 2 trailers running next spring when I can work with more than 4 or 5 brokers. So, things, if you really think about it, what changed? Nothing. We still have our authority. It's still aging. We're still making money. We still have a paid off trailer. I mean, I'm going to go out after not running for 3.5 weeks, and I don't know anybody a dime, and nobody said, "Hey, we need you to run. You're negative this." I don't have those problems. I don't have those worries, and that allows me to pivot. And in life, if you make decisions financially, career wise, marriage wise, that you sacrifice some things that maybe you want now. And by the way, I'm talking to myself here, not you guys. I'm trying to give you some information. But if you sacrifice what you want now so that in order to get what you want most, I mean, I remember very vividly when I started trucking at TMC, I had an F-250 that was a year from being paid off and a 2018 red leather interior Mustang GT. And we sold the GT. And my wife, all 5'4" of her, drove a lifted F-250 for 3 years. And now she has a Bronco. We sacrificed what we wanted now to get what we wanted most. We wanted our freedom. We have our freedom. We wanted the ability to not be trapped. We sold the trailer. We bought another trailer. We pivoted. Sometimes you just got to sacrifice. Some of you have some really nice cars, and it's worth pointing that out, that you drive once or twice a month, but you have to run for a week to make up the money to make the payment. Life is about sacrifice, but it's about being able to pivot. And I would just implore you, find a way to position yourself to where you can pivot. So it's not, I have to quit. I can't do this anymore. You just have to pivot. And so we made a pivot, and we will be reefer. They will be way less interesting videos. My videos are going to be me trying to teach you the ropes, trying to learn from my mistakes. That's why I make these videos. I'm putting this out here that, hey guys, I jumped into flatbed too soon. If, hey, you're going to start a flatbed on your own authority, I would suggest you do it in the spring, not going into the winter. But again, we can talk about all that in upcoming videos. I'm going to be making videos, but I've been at home, and I'm not going to sit at home and make a video about nothing. So the trailer is hooked up. We have a parking spot that is now 1.5 miles from our house. So getting to the truck is not a problem. We get it inspected tomorrow, even though it has a freaking DOT. Texas requires a state. And we'll be rolling next Monday. So we'll have a video next week of that reefer lifestyle. Yay. So, all right, guys, that's enough. God bless. Let's get rolling.